citizens, this is a Get Ready With Me story time, and I would like you all to stay for the journey of how I got my first stitches. Nine days until my birthday. I'm getting very excited. It makes me reminisce about all the times that my mom has been my shero, and I want to tell you all a story about when I got my first stitches. At the same time, I'm getting ready for the day, so you're gonna see this face transform. Right now, I am rocking a 2-day braid out. The hair is getting very, very long. This November will be 6 years, so headlocks for 5 years. Just a quick update on that. All the products that I'll be using on my face, I will list down below, so that way you will know what I use. Oh yeah, my mirror is off to the side, so that's where I'm gonna be looking. Okay, so my sister and I were outside playing with some neighborhood kids, and we were playing this game called Cat Chase the Rat. If you've heard of that game, comment below. I'm gonna use that concealer right here, these two colors. On my face, I have like these dots. Like when I get pimples, I will not let them heal, and so I've been picking them off, and so I've been putting lemon on them to get it all, like to lighten up the dark spots. We were playing a game called Cat Chase the Rat, and it was boys and girls can all play, and basically it's like tag. A couple of rounds of this game had occurred and happened, and we were outside and we were doing good. And then it was my turn to be it. This little boy named Anthony was the cat. So for some reason, I just don't really recall running so fast. Maybe I just thought he couldn't catch me because I felt like I was a fast runner. But Anthony had, he was a decent looking kid. However, he had like the biggest overjet in the world. When I say overjet, it's not an overbite. Overbite is like when your teeth are kind of still over there, and even if you close them, there's still an opening. But overjet is when your teeth are like, there's your bottom teeth and there's your top teeth, and then they come up like that. Well, he had an extreme overjet to, I think, to the point where he couldn't really even close his mouth all the way because this front two teeth stuck out. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was a thumb sucker then too. So I had my own overjet issues, but his was an extreme overjet issue. So he was a cat, I was a rat. He runs up to me, and next thing I know, I just see stars. Come to find out, this boy bit a hole into like my eyebrow, like right under my eyebrow, to the point where all I know is that I was seeing stars. You gotta knock the F out! And all the kids were peering down on me like, is she all right? And then when I saw blood, you know, as a kid, when you see blood, you just freak out. So I just totally freaked out. But before my sister went and got mom, she was like, well, it's bleeding a little bit. She said, but I see white. This boy hit me so hard that his teeth bit into my eyebrow and it showed the white meat. Now, I've only heard when I was younger that you can get beat into the white meat shows, and that's scary enough in itself. So that made me freak out even more because some old school aunties and uncles in my family have used that that term on me. And I don't know how my mom got there, but my mom's pretty fast, but she got there. And then the next thing I know, we're going to the doctor's office. So as we're heading to the doctor's office, I'm gonna use this little power blender here with some foundation. I was crying, but my mom, like I said, is my shero. And so when my mom's there and she tells me that everything's gonna be okay, I trust her and I believe her. We go to the doctor's office and they're like examining me, and the doctor's like, well, I'm gonna have to, you know, put some, he's telling my mom what he has to do, but he's making sure that he's not telling me. And I'm like, oh man. I was like, I don't know. So when you're 8, let's see, that's elementary school. That's what grade is that? 5 is kindergarten, 6, 1st, 7th, 2nd, 8. So I was about 3rd grade. So this is what they told me. They're like, well, we're gonna have to put some fairy dust on your face to heal it, and that way it'll close it up and heal it. And I'm like, oh wow. He said, so while I'm pouring this fairy dusting on your face, it's gonna tingle a little bit, and and he was like, will you be brave? Come to find out, he wasn't using no kind of fairy dust. He was actually like sewing my face back together right here, and it did hurt. I was like, you know, I guess they numbed it a little bit, but it did. I just remember it hurting. I remember crying just a little bit, but I was trying to be brave because, you know, I got to let the fairies do what they do, okay? They got to do what they do. That's when I found out I got the stitches, so I got to look in the mirror at what happened, and I was like, well, what kind of work are the fairies doing? What is this? I just want y'all to know that I already did my eyebrows. This eyebrow, I had 5 stitches along this eyebrow for, you know, until it healed. And this eyebrow has a natural arch now where the hair doesn't grow anymore. It always looks like I'm very inquisitive, like, what? So yeah. I don't know what became of Anthony. I really don't. I'm gonna put some blush on. Just basically took care of business with my face. Okay, I like to put my blush on before I do my powder because for some reason I'm just really heavy-handed with this, and I just don't want to look like a clown. And I know that, have you ever seen that auntie or cousin that just goes crazy with blush and you're like, dude, you're supposed to have like extra red apple cheeks. It's supposed to be like a enhancer. So I like to just kind of come up that way with the blush brush. Gonna use some powder. And I'm gonna do this before I do my eyes because I'm so messy. And I'm so lazy when it comes to blending. I really just don't like blending. Because that's all you gotta do. You're supposed to blend it all in your face. But here lately I heard the whole thing was like pat, 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 pat. And you know the camera is not forgiving, so you need to put some powder on before you record, girls and guys. I say girls and guys because the camera intensifies all those open pores. I went through like a beauty consulting class, and even though it's not my passion, I just wanted to understand all of the things about makeup. There was like 10 steps. All I know is that when I went to this class, when the first thing was for everybody to remove their makeup, and I don't really wear a lot of makeup all the time. Everybody transformed in front of me, and I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, oh. I was freaking out. I was like, dude, makeup does magic. I'm gonna use like a eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna use my ItsJudysTime palette. If y'all watch Judy, hit me down below. I love her, but I could not wait to get this palette. My favorite ones, of course, you'll see are this one and this one. I love sparkly stuff. And I'm blending, and I'm blending, and I'm blending. I'm going to do this eyeliner. It's a liquid liner. I love it. Oh, I didn't finish my story. To make a long story short, got 5 stitches. 5 stitches. I did learn something from this story. Don't play that game anymore with people who could potentially bite pieces of your face off. All right. Thanks for getting ready with me.
That's Canadian Queen 76 dude. Go and find it exclusively on YouTube. Oh yeah.